Hello YouTube, Elite Legionario here, at last bringing you Rome 2 Total War. I know I'm a couple, 2 or 3 days behind some of the others, but that's mostly because I've just been kind of playing it a bit, getting the feel for it, and haven't really had a lot of time to commentate. So what time I have had, I've been using to just sort of play it and enjoy it a bit. But here it is, Rome 2. So as I said, I've been sort of mucking around the last couple of days, and I do very much like it. It's looking like a very beautiful new awesome Total War game, but I will say there are a few problems I've encountered as well, but all in all, on what I've heard from some of the people I know on Steam and just reading various things, there are others who have also experienced some sort of issues. And while that is a wee bit frustrating, let's remember the game's only just been released, so it's going to have a few teething problems at first, like anything else. So all in all though, it's shaping up to be a really, really great game. So once sort of, CA works out some of the issues with it, it'll be really good. So just something I'm going to point out here is, if I go to multiplayer battle here, if you look at that, I can only literally see one game in the battle list, and the connection's only average. And this is a problem I'm encountering. This is what happens to me on Empire and Napoleon, where I can literally only see 2 or 3 games tops. So last night I went on, and when it's night here in New Zealand, it's like daytime and like American stuff, and there was nothing in the list. And you can't tell me there was absolutely no one in the entire world playing Rome 2 Total War. It's just come out. So that's a real problem, guys, because if I can't see anyone on the list, I can't connect to games, and they can't connect to my games, which means basically I can't bring you multiplayer online games for Rome 2, and that is just really bad because I really want to. So I don't like this multiplayer system, and I don't. It's exactly like it is in Empire, and that was a bad system because it's like region coded or something, which means I can't see everyone unless I change my region coding, which screws stuff up on Steam and all that. So I hope CA, if they ever see this, which I don't think they will because I'm not very big as a channel, but I'm sure I hope someone else mentions something like this. I hope they fix this, because I really don't like this because I can't see anything. Looks like there's a 1 versus 1 there. But I'm not actually going to do a multiplayer battle right now, guys. I know that might disappoint some of you. What I'm going to do, I know a lot of other people have done it, I'm going to do the Prologue Campaign. That way, I mean, I've sort of done a little bit of it here and there, so I've got a little bit of an idea what I'm doing. But overall, I'm still very noobish at this, and I'm sure pretty much everyone else will be. So you'll be able to see me kind of learning it, and those of you who want to see me do some campaign stuff, you'll see that, and you'll also get a few battles in there. So that should work out nicely. So that's what I'm going to do, even though I know a lot of other people have already done it, but it is a very good prologue. So there will be obviously tutorial bits in it, but again, I'm still learning, so I'm that's just the way it's going to go. But like I said, another small problem I'm encountering is I did a few custom battles which I was enjoying, and I got decisive victories, which I was pretty pleased with. But when I load them up as the replays, they're different. The replays are not the same as the actual battle, so that means I'm going to have to bring you a lot of live commentary, so I want battles to be exactly as they're meant to be. And that means I'm not going to be able to get any good real camera angles because I'll be trying to micro it. So there's a few disappointments there, but let's remember the game's just out. So it's a wee bit frustrating, but you've got to remember it's just out. So anyway, let's do the Prologue Campaign, starting with the Siege of Capua. So anyway, here we go. So yeah, I mean, the Prologue Campaign was really fun. I did like an hour of it the other night when it first came out, and I enjoy it. So I sort of have an idea of what to do here, but I didn't do all of it, so some of it's still going to be like completely new to me. So it could be interesting to see how that goes for me. But overall, it plays, at least in terms of battles, a lot like Shogun, which I knew it would. It's kind of a bit disappointing for me, though. I wanted it to play more like the original, but I didn't really think it would, being that the original's so much older now. But there's still sort of bits of the original's feel to it, but it really displays like Shogun the most in the battle, and I wasn't hugely fussed on the system of Shogun, but hopefully because this is like the Roman era and stuff, I'll just put more time into it. But it does look very beautiful and really good. So here we go.
The beaten army of Consul Linus lies under siege in Capua. I, Gaius Fulvius Silanus, have hurried south with my meagre command to aid the consul. Further reinforcements are expected from Rome. The city has been sighted. It is surrounded by the Samnites, a people native to the mountains of central Italy. The Samnites are sworn enemies of Rome. Capua is in sight. Report.
Alright.
Tribute Silanus. The Samnite army are massed on the hills around Capua. They are preparing an attack. See for yourself.
Okay, so it's just typical tutorial stuff. So basically what they want us to do is just look at the areas.
The river crossings here have been destroyed by the defenders. May the gods be with them should the enemy attack.
Okay, so the bridges are out, so I'm not crossing that way. Let's see.
The Samnite siege engines fire on the city, weakening the will of the men within. If we can get to them, we can halt the bombardment, but they are well guarded.
So, I mean, the siege gear looks so awesome and stuff. I did a bit of a siege the other night, it was really cool. Anyway, let's check the rest.
The consul and his remaining forces have garrisoned the city. Linus means to stop any assault at the river, but he's vastly outnumbered. I fear he will be overwhelmed.
Where was that last one? Up here.
The Samnites prepare their attack on the hillside. Their numbers are too strong for us to consider an engagement. They have enough men to defend a grain store, not assault an army.
Tribute Silanus. The men are reporting signs of a skirmish ahead of our position.
Some Romans in this village have been confronted by Samnites. They're outnumbered, but our troops can tip the balance. Move out!
So what do we get? We got 3 units of Astarte, and the general was 1 unit of Triarii, so let's quickly get rolling down here. I've set up the controls as close to the original run as I can get them, so I'm reasonably decent at microing it so far, but that's to say I'm still
Our
very new.
spotter suggests there are but 5 enemy units around the village. Look for their blue banners. Commander!
So I'm just going to ignore those missile units on the hill. This is a unit of levy slingers, and I'm going to send the Triarii after them because they seem to have the special ability rapid advance. And I don't know if these guys. No, the Astarte don't, but the Triarii do. So I'm just going to let these guys leg it down to the main area there, and let's activate rapid advance and get them up here. The Triarii, that is. This is a nice close-up. So here's the over the shoulder lock.
Charge!
Pretty sweet stuff. You know, to keep an eye on the battlefield. You may have noticed from the videos, you probably have, but the peeler no longer work the same. They can't just throw it and then run straight in, which is, I guess it's less micro-intensive. Let's see if we can see it. Jump in the fence here.
The enemy must be routed. Target their flanks or attack them from behind.
Let's slip around them. So the Triarii, I've got those guys pinned, that's nice. Just get rid of that, don't want too much stuff on the screen. Let's just push.
Jupiter gives us strength. Melee troops.
Yeah, you get a very distinct feel like Shogun.
The Samnite infantry is strong, but their men are no match for Roman soldiers.
Okie dokie. Let's get the Triarii after them. Just clean them up here. Some nice close-ups for you guys. I do like how the units have a bit of variation in their appearance. They're not all like exactly the same thing.
mighty!
Did we get rid of all of them? I think we did. Just for this one, the Triarii again, so let's get a nice... So it's quite cool, like some of the Triarii have the chain armor and others have like the muscle armor. It's a good combination. Look what's going on. Oh, it's right.
That's the last of them. No more guarding grain stores. They're meant for this. Players in the village are in our debt. They pledged their allegiance and have joined our ranks. The Samnites move on Capua. Defend the British to the last man! Capua must not fall!
All right, men, listen up. We're up against it. The Samnites have moved to attack, and it's too late to attempt to cross to intercept them. The enemy's siege weapons are still troublesome, but now the Samnites have left them relatively unguarded. Let us strike there.
Alright then, so stop the siege gear, it's what I'd want to do as well. So let's league it up here, and we'll put the 3 Astati in the front, and we'll put the Triarii and the Italian swordsmen and reserves in the back there, with the very point taken up by the slings. Because I want to walk them, because you can walk them through here and you can just sort of slip up on the side of them. Just get rid of that. It's cool, as you can see, you just hover the mouse over the unit, gives you the kill counts, the amount of men you got there, experience and all
This
that.
forest will cover our approach if we move with care.
So let's
The
walk.
terrain is to our advantage.
So we're walking now, as you can see it's got some little eye symbols over the units, that means they're hidden. So, I mean, look at the siege gear, doesn't it look beautiful? It gives you such a great option to... Here we go. Whee! It's probably a control method you can use to get a better look at that, but I'm not really sure how you use it. So, it looks like these Samnites are advancing. So some nice close-ups there. That looks so beautifully moved. Perhaps just a teeny bit of lag there, but... That's only if I get too close. Probably just because Fraps is running. Right, so anyway, let's get these guys up here. So with these guys, don't want to muck around too long if I can help it. But I want to try an element surprise. So let's see. So I hold their shields up in constant defense. I like that too. And here's some... Let's burn it out. Study and Italian swordsman and spearman, I guess. So here's our guys sneaking up there through the woods. And like I said, there's still a few teething problems with it, but I mean, you got to, I suppose you expect it. I mean, this is actually the first Total War game I've played that's like the day it's released. I've never played the other side. I've never really had to deal with any issues with it. So let's league it now. Don't want to muck around anymore because I don't want my own allies down there taking too much losses. So all units, run it. The controls are, as I said, mostly like Shogun, but I've altered them enough to get them as close to the original Rome as I can, so that way I can micro it. Basically, that's what I want to do, because...
Our slingers can be placed upon the hill to rain fire upon the enemy below.
These guys
Keep them out of the fray.
Okay, well, that's enough, I think, there, because I'm pretty sure they have the range. So let's unleash on some of these Italian swordsmen. I think the other swordsmen or spearmen. Yeah, I'm going to go for the swordsmen. I'm assuming they will be more of a risk than my infantry. They might, I might be wrong, though. Because I mean, Triarii are definitely better than his. That's another thing. You always used to hear me talking about how Triarii and... Whoops, don't want to do that. Go that way. Yep, so I'm doing it again. So we might see Peter get thrown here, maybe. Yep, there you go. You can see they throw their Peter before they actually engage. Like, they don't stop and do it like they did in the original. So let's move these guys onto the flank, around them, encircle them, get these guys here, and I'm going to lead them around the back. Actually, what I'm not doing, I'm seeing why these guys get rid of these. Let myself out that way and leave these dudes up here, actually. Quickly capture or Apparently you have to destroy them, which kind of sucks. I would like to have captured them and just start bombarding the back of the Samnite line. But I don't think we can. So his units are pretty much encircled. So that unit's not really So as far as I know, you can't take control of these ballista. I would love to have though, because then you could bombard the flank of the Samnite army, and that would be something I'd definitely like to do. If I could do that, I would do that.
Melee troops awaiting
Right,
orders.
let's leg these guys down here. Use the woods as cover, because you go across this this little ford here. Don't know why the Samnites didn't use it. Must have noticed it.
We await the enemy.
Must be part of programming.
Linus defences are crumbling. The Samnites are crossing the river.
So it seems like he's breaking, so he's going to force back.
We cannot wait for reinforcements, men. We must act. All trained for this day. Now there is an enemy before us, and glory to be won. I may not be as gentle. The gods honour me by allowing me to lead you on this day. Now advance!
Right, so gonna go head down there from that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the Triarii out on the left here, because I expect the Cav will probably attack me. I don't know the last time I did this, so. I mean, just look at this place, look at this sea, look at Capua, it's so beautiful and manageable.
I see a shallow ford across the river, which will give us passage into the city. Forwards!
So where's my Triarii? Because I expect what happened last time was these Italian cavalry units come after my flank, and I didn't really look after my slingers very well, so I didn't think they'd come after me, but this time I know they're going to. So let's get the Hastati over the river. And get these dudes over there as well. And I'll use the swordsman. Just give them my Triarii and stuff. Not that I expect they'll need it, but it is my general unit, so I don't want to be too risky there.
Italian swordsman!
We await the enemy.
Italian swordsman!
Yep, so they've run straight into my Triarii, so that should be easy pickings for my Triarii. Because of the Cav unit, I mean, the equivalent spears. So let's just keep getting Hastati over there, and we'll place
The Samnites push towards the centre. If they capture the city, all will be lost.
Just keep moving that way.
Say your piece.
Engage!
So let's just test it over, we don't want that. What have we got? We'll use the whip. Give them a bit more grunt and melee fighting. I probably shouldn't actually use it then, I don't know why I did that. Never mind. It's not really a leader style to whip his men, but there's always room for new things to learn. So anyway, this is looking quite
Your console watches over you. Strike down the Samnite invaders.
So let's see, Cav and Mob units should be getting pretty bashed down in my Triarii, no worries there.
The Samnites press further into Capua. They threaten the centre.
So let's just get the slings up so we can start bombing them, and here we go.
The siege weapons on the walls can repel them. See to it.
Heavy slingers!
Let's get them up.
Tribunus!
Get this bombardment. Let's see what method we got. I think explosive shots speaks the most to me right now. Right, great. Get the Triarii and Tally Swordsman over the ford there. And we'll start. Where's the most clustered area? Here's pretty clustered. That way, any shots will hit.
Heavy slingers!
Better get my infantry into this fight, I think. Actually, it might be wiser to target some more over here, because I don't want to accidentally hit my own guys. And how fast are you guys going? As fast as you can, I suppose. So let's see what this dude's in. Could be useful if these guys come in. They did last time, so hopefully they will this time. So where's that ballista again? I just want to make sure it's not hitting an area which will likely be. Yeah, I mean, last time I did this, the remaining Italian under the consoles, Linus's forces charge through, but I think we're alright here. Let's see. Yeah, combat. Doesn't really see. I noticed a lot of the time, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. When you hover the thing over, it doesn't always say the enemy's getting defeated or not. So I'm going to try and move my slingers onto the flanks, get some flank shots. Strange, because last time the AI brought its infantry in to assist me for some reason. It's not this time. It's really annoying. But I've got my general unit coming up now, and our guys are holding it nicely. So it's good. It's a nice close-ups. Some nice close-ups. Just got to be careful about exploding ballista shots not hitting my infantry.
We will find glory!
Would be a bit interesting if that happened. So let's try and hit these guys if we can.
An army approaches. Tribune, I think the banners are Lucanian.
Reinforcements! Our allies, Roman and Lucanian, rally to our aid. Take heart, men. The gods are with us.
Right, let's get the general and the Italian swordsman in. Try and do some flanking. Get some more of these dudes onto flank shots up here. What's our ballista doing? Cool, it's got these guys in range. So let's just keep trying to pick away at things. I don't want to hit my own men by accident. Oh, you're not running. Well, that's just not acceptable. Right, so let's try and get a bit of a flank going. Just try and get a bit of flank going. Let's see. Let's activate the old whip there. Don't really like the idea of whipping my own troops, but it does help. It wouldn't be what I do in real life. Right, what happened there? Let's bring the general in. Rapid advance, get him up there quick. Now the ally infantry is coming in. Of course, that Lucanian cavalry is coming in to quickly mop up the samurai flank. So it's a pretty easy battle, really. Good intro battle, a lot of fun, very gripping. That's me the thing you want with a tutorial battle. Some of the tutorial battles, in my opinion, some of the other Total War games are not that gripping, but I'll give Rome to that it's got a brilliant battle for this, because it is extremely gripping. You're just like, wow, loving this, and you just go straight in. But it's not always the case. Like the one in Empire I thought was a bit boring, to be honest. The one in the original Rome is probably just a bit small, but again, I suppose it's a good way to start because you're still learning.
The Sound Knights make their retreat. The day is ours.
There we go, gents. A victory there. Look at almost kills it. Look at these Astardi. 403 for that one. Alright, close victory apparently. So now we move on to the defensive Campania. So I mean, ultimately, I'm finding this to be it's still a lot of learning curve, but it's definitely got the shapings to be the best Total War game yet. It's just, you got to work out the rough spots and the kinks yet. I know some of my acquaintances on Steam have been pretty frustrated with it. I mean, there's things that are frustrated with me with it, but I mean, I'm going to look at it objectively and think, it's just come out, And of course they did all those patches with Shogun. By the time I got Shogun, it had been out for ages, so, I mean,
Tribune Silanus, news from Rome. Following the capture of Consul Rutilius and the passing of Consul Linus at Capua, the Senate have moved to grant you emergency powers to command the defense of Campania. Your intervention at Capua saved the settlement and has earned you the highest praise on the Senate floor.
Sweet.
This is no time for celebration, however. The situation remains grim. Survey the map for yourself.
Yes, indeed.
Capua has yet to recover from the siege. The settlement cannot withstand another attack. Bovianum is the Samnite capital. Reports indicate that Rutulus is being held here. We face a long war before we can hope to free the consul.
Royal Society. Speak Rome, of course. Certainly me.
Rome is well protected from attack by a line of hills running inland. Any Samnite assault must come from the south, through Capua.
Which means we need to put a defence up near Capua.
Be advised, the Samnites raise more armies against us.
Fetch your swords. The Samnites dare to challenge us again. It will be 5 seasons before they reach Roman territory, but we have little defense in place. We must move to protect Capua while we still have time. Capua will surely fall under another siege. There is a pass to the south which guards the entrance to the Campanian plain. We shall march out and await the enemy. Silanus.
So let's move it to that
For Rome.
pass.
Good. We have blocked the road to Rome. The Samnite attack must come through here. Our depleted army can replenish over time while we await their arrival.
Let us also add to our strength and recruit more troops. The recruits will begin their training immediately, Tribune.
So we just recruited you into the Astarte to increase the ranks.
In time, we will have plenty of troops to meet the Samnite advance.
And that's basically the end of this turn.
The Samnites move out multiple armies. May the gods have mercy if they all attack at once.
The new recruits have joined our army and are ready to be tested in battle. It will be a while before the Samnites arrive. We should take advantage of the delay and seek to further their training.
Okay, so we want some technology. What does this do? I think it's pretty much the only thing I can actually select. Yeah, it's the only thing I have to select it anyway, but what does it do? 1% to melee defense for all units enables the building of an auxiliary camp. So it's obviously a very
More
useful piece
avenues
to
of
have.
research and training will become available as our expertise improves. Continued development and learning is vital in the race to keep in step with our enemies. Let us also recruit more troops while we wait out the Samnite advance.
Are you ready to serve Rome?
So another thing of note is when you're recruiting troops, you have to click on the army it's in and then click that recruit button. You don't do it via a building like you used to. Also, I noted, you'll notice later on, that you can't just get any units like in the previous Total War games and just send them out. They have to be under a general. And I mean, you can't just select some men within that army and send them away. You have to use the whole army. So it means a lot of your cities, they're ungarrisonable. They have their own little defences, like in Shogun, where they have a few units defending them. But you have to, if you want to move an army, you have to have a general or like a consul, or like proper Roman style, and move it out. And I guess it works in the same kind of fashion with the other factions, which is both cool and
Samnites invade
difficult.
Lucanian territory. When the time comes, it'll be an honor to reinforce the Lucanians in battle. We owe them a great debt for Capua.
The Lucanians have set an ambush. Let us hope that it succeeds. Our allies report that the Samnites march with many skirmishers within their ranks. We must consider the balance of our own forces.
Their light troops will not outrun a horse, no matter how little armor they bear. The barracks in Capua will permit the recruitment of cavalrymen, but it remains damaged from the recent siege. By repairing it and recruiting cavalry, we will give ourselves a powerful advantage.
So we just click the repair button, like so.
Repairs on the barracks are underway. Put the labourers of Capua to another task. A workshop near the front line would be useful. This would supply and maintain better quality armour for our men.
So given that you've got the right amount of population, and we do have 3, you can expand your city, and that basically just gives you more options. So that's what we should do here.
You can see that Capua's city limits grow to accommodate the new construction site. Now instruct the labourers to begin the workshop itself.
Righty-ho, so workshop. So obviously it's just the building tabs, so it's a different setup again.
Excellent. Weapons and armor are always good investments in times of war. We must continue to recruit men into the army. The enemy come by road. They approach with speed.
There is no greater glory than to die for Rome.
It's another Hastati unit there, and that is the end of the turn. And the Samnites come again.
The Lucanian ambush has failed. Their capital is threatened. We must assist them with haste.
Our primary goal is the defense of Rome. When we have secured our own borders, we can look to assist our allies. Our barracks are repaired, and the stablemaster sends us horsemen to aid the war effort. Let us recruit more and strengthen further. Are you ready to serve Rome?
So let's recruit a unit of Equites, and that's basically all they want us to do this turn. So can't get anything too pretty yet.
The Lucanians are defeated. Our allies have fallen and their people enslaved.
This cruel fate shall not befall Rome. Samnium shall be ground to dust. I swear this to Jupiter.
We have one season to prepare for the Samnite attack, Silanus. Let us fortify our position.
Silanus.
So they want us to build a fort, and as you can see, these are the bonuses and disadvantages it gives us. So obviously it reduces our movement points by half, but it does give us obviously a 50% reinforcement range, and because it's likes of barricades and spikes and just good general defences of a fortification. So it's quite cool, and all these different ones like ambushes and raiding and all that kind of stuff, they do similar things just with different effects. So I really like that new addition. It's a really cool thing they've added. So anyway, let's build this fort.
Get the stakes up, men!
The men have started work on a fortified encampment. We have prepared all that we can. There is little left to do but await the enemy arrival.
So we end the turn, and we're going to be attacked.
Pick up your weapons, men. The enemy are upon us. 100 denarii to the man who brings me the enemy general's sash. To battle!
So looking at this deployment, we're in deep trouble. But our armies are here. 5 units, 6 units of Hastati, 1 Italian swordsman, 2 levy slingers, and 2 equites. Their armies quite a bit bigger, but mostly skirmishes. Anyway, let's begin. And when this battle starts, you're going to recognise it as the battle that they one of their developers did. That they released not overly long ago. You'll recognise it where you got as soon as you see it. If you watch that video, you're going to recognise this battle. So we just the Battle of Vesuvius. So under the famed mountain, I assume.
Congratulations on your promotion, Proprietor. It was not before time. I'm pleased to report that the men are ready to deploy for battle, despite the foul weather we've been...
I don't know why that happened.
Good. Our camp blocks this road, and while we hold this position, the enemy cannot pass. Deploy the infantry in a line, facing down the valley, so that each unit covers the flank of the next.
So
See to it.
I'm going to deploy from that area, on the border there, so I won't be outflanked, if possible. Let's see, I will put my slings in the front. Now, because if you remember, guys, you have to have line of sight to see the enemy, so I might just put an Italian swordman as a reserve unit on the flank to help support my general unit. Right, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Now obviously this is like one of these capture points, so we don't want to let this get captured, basically. So let's start. So, as you can see...
Send some scouts forward to observe the Samnite advance, Commander. The brow of the hill obscures our view from here.
So I'll move my guys up. Now I will move my Hastati forward. I found in that video the guy didn't bring his Hastati close enough to support his missile units, in my opinion. So I'll move forward a little bit, but close enough that I can pull back and
Samnium shall fall. Hold positions, men! We're here to guard this pass, not chase them back to Samnium.
Now I'm going, like I said, I'm going to move forward just a bit like this because I can easily pull back if I need to, but I can closely support my levy slingers, which in my opinion, like I said, the guy in the video just didn't do. So I'm not going to repeat those mistakes that I felt he made. So anyway, we'll keep pushing forward, but for the most part, I can see his army. Actually, I think I can see the whole lot. So if we look at it, it's just a big line of levy skirmishers. So 6 of those. He's got a couple of mobs, so they're basically peasantry. Let's see, a few coastal levies and spearmen. I mean, I definitely outclass him. So I'm trying to bait him forward. Let's see.
The Sam Knights are sending javelins against us. They mean to disrupt our line before their infantry engage.
Right.
We can use our cavalry to chase them off. They remain hidden from the enemy behind this hill. Advance the cavalry to the side of our position. Keep them concealed. Use the brow of the hill or the forest as cover.
So I'm going to use the forest. Now, I'm going to pull these dudes back a bit as well. Now what I also found was in the video the guy sprung his cab before he had engaged the troops on his infantry, or enclosed, basically he didn't cut their line of retreat off. So what happened is he kind of engaged them here and here that the troops could pull back. I want to make it so that he's engaging me and there's no way to avoid my cavalry. So that's what I'm going to do there. What else have I got to do here? Got my cavalry moving up, they're all stealthed. I guess we're just going to wait for them to come forward. So I'm going to use this hill because I'm going to have a range advantage, so I want to make sure that I constantly use that advantage, because I am going to be obviously outgunned here by these sheer number of missile units. But at the same time I'm going to be able to outrange them. So I'm just going to use this hill, brow of the hill, to just steadily withdraw back onto, while he just takes hits from them, trying to get into range. And again, what I'm going to do is wait for his infantry pretty much on top of my own, so that when I spring my cab out down through here, they will completely be in behind them. That's what I want to try and do anyway, so hopefully I can manage that. I think it's a reasonable plan. So at the moment they're just advancing, so I've also noted another thing. Slingers have a longer range than archers in this game, but they have obviously less damage per shot to balance it out. So anyway, they're going to open up. So let's get some nice shots of that. I kind of like what they've done. They've made slingers and skirmishers to be a very effective support unit. So let's just thin that one out a little bit, and when he starts to get into range I'm going to pull back, basically. In the meantime we're just going to pepper these guys with as many shots as possible. Don't know who they're hitting actually. I think they're hitting these two. So let's pull them back now. Pull them back, just make sure I can optimise that range. And I'm going to actually bring my general out into the flank, and I'm going to use him to run them down. I found in the video the guy was, having used the generals, they're not actually nearly as weak as he made them seem to be. I think they're quite strong actually. So let's get these guys actually behind the line here, and we'll swing the general around if we have to. Now, it's quite cool, they seem to be able to use flaming javelins now, which is a cool new feature. So let's just quickly run a strike there with the general's unit, because they're not slouches, and that should enable us to force them back a bit. Let's see. Okay, let's pull them out now. As you can see, that actually routs them pretty quickly. So the generals are quite capable, whereas in the video he made them seem like they weren't as capable as we otherwise thought they would be. So now they're starting here under a bit of an attack, so I'm going to rush them forward here, see if I can force them back again, and then use my cab, my general's unit here, to again run some interference. See if I can bait the rest of this Sam Knight horde forward, because it's stationary at the moment. So anyway, Let's pull down the hill a bit more.
Orders. Charge!
There's the general. And that'll force him back again. They should get a nice charge here into the rear of his men. And let's pull back. And as you can see, that's drawn his infantry forward.
At the double.
So let's
I am ready.
keep using the general to run some interference. I'm not actually taking
The main
that
body of the enemy are advancing, Salanus.
much damage from his guys there.
Let them approach. That muddy ground will sap their strength.
So there we go. We can actually use the general. He's not as like the slouch he seemed to be in the video. The guy was very cautious with him. I got the impression he mustn't have been very strong, but that's obviously not the case. So let's draw him out of there because we don't want him getting caught though in a fight like that. Because I believe if we do lose the general, we'll be in bit of trouble. So let's put these guys back up on the hill. Let's take skirmish off. I don't want them retreating. Get the general behind the line. Now we'll just wait for the infantry units to get in the front there.
Samuel shall fall.
And when he comes into range, we will start peppering again. And it looks like he has some of his own slings, which have my guys in range. I'm not that concerned. He does have to go uphill, which helps me. And once I get my cavalry in the flank, I should be alright. Providing this all goes to my sort of plan. Again, these tutorial fights are obviously not that difficult. They're good intro fights. So one of the slings has the range. Just I want him to completely engage the infantry line and his spears on my infantry at this stage. So let's just keep some of these coastal levies. And let's just bring this guy around because he's trying to outflank me there and I don't want him doing that. Right, time to go downhill. Right, these three he's sort of going on it, so I'm going to outflank him here. And now it's time to bring in our cavalry. Let's get Silanus up
Fight
and
well,
back.
men, and hold your ground. The fate of Rutilus and all of Rome itself depends on us.
Right, why aren't my cavalry running? Whoops. Got to run them. My bad. Come on, run, Cav. I don't even know if I'll need them. So where's Silanus? Let's bring them up. Let's do some bit of rallying. Come on, Cav. I want to make sure you get a bit of action. Looks like I might even need them. Got to set them on run there, guys, so sorry about that. But I want to try and use their ability. Let's send this one here onto the side. And let's activate that ability Draco, which is like a whole lot of noise and drums and trumpets and whatever they do. Scares the crap out of the enemy, basically. But doesn't even need them, guys. My infantry was...
Your very presence can sway this battle. Your word can rally and inspire the men before you. Use your influence.
So, there we go. We'll rally the troops in one as well. Don't think we need to, though.
The
As you can
Samnites
see,
flee.
straightforward
Commander, you are surely fated by the gods. No previous leader has driven back the Samnites so quickly.
So, a bit slow with my cav, I guess.
Soldiers!
We came together nicely.
Victory is ours. Your descendants...
Nice cav running down these spawn. Look at them. Flatten them underfoot or hoof. Right, decisive victory. So that was straightforward enough. I think that was the idea there. Just use that hill and terrain features. Pretty easy battle, really. But a fun one nonetheless. I enjoyed it. So, anyway, guys, hold on.
Congratulations are in order, Proprietor Silanus, for I understand that the Senate have appointed you to lead the invasion of Samnium. An easy choice to make, if I may say. The Senate wish for you to return the settlement of Salernum to us. It was overrun by the Samnites some years ago, and its capture would again give Rome control of Campania.
So, we're going to capture Salernum. But unfortunately, guys, I'm going to have to leave that
Very well.
to video 2.
Send word to Rome that our attack will begin immediately.
No more messages there. Don't want my voice getting in the way of what they're telling us. But anyway, guys, I will leave this to part 2. So sorry if you're really getting into this, but I will have this up as fast as I can, because it's great. So this, even though it's just a prologue, it's more or less a tutorial. It's a real blast. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm pretty sure you guys are too. So, well, I hope you guys are. It's kind of a bit presumptuous of me to assume you're liking my vid, but this game is really great. And as I said at the start, there are a few little twitchy bits, but it'll take a bit of working out. Anyway, guys, see you for part 2 soon for the rest of the prologue. So I'll see you then.